guess it's we're talking about the girls. I should just take this off. What is up, guys, and welcome back to my channel. So today I'm talking about something that tends to make people uncomfortable. It actually just doesn't really make me too uncomfortable, but that is my decision making behind pursuing a breast augmentation. This has been something that I've been thinking about for a long time, but I was wanting to just document my whole journey throughout this process, you know, like my thinking behind it, from my consultation to the surgery day, following up with it. You guys know that I'm heavily involved in training and fitness, and I compete in bikini competitions, and the gym is a huge part of my life. And a lot of times when it comes to getting a surgery done, you're going to have to take time away from that. So I know a lot of people, especially in my space, they think about getting augmentation, but they're nervous about, you know, how it's going to be for them and how much it's going to be, what's the recovery like, and all of that. So guys, I figured I would just kind of document my journey to getting breast implants, because I think that it could be helpful to some of you. I know that I've watched a lot of videos for probably over 2 years on YouTube that really helped me when it came to making a decision that I felt like was right for me. But I want to, you know, just be here as a resource to you guys. And if any of you guys have questions in regards to this journey, feel free to leave comments down below. If you guys aren't already following me on Instagram, you can check out Nicole Ferrier Fitness, and then there I'm also documenting a little bit more about my decision to pursuing a breast augmentation. But in short, yes, I am pursuing a breast augmentation. This is not me promoting plastic surgery whatsoever, but I'm also not against plastic surgery. I believe everyone has the right to do whatever it is that they would like to their body, rather that be something like a tattoo, changing their hair color, getting plastic surgery done. Whatever makes you happy, that's what I'm in. That's what I'm voting for. As long as it doesn't harm or hurt other people, that makes me happy. So I think plastic surgery is a beautiful thing. If you have it done, that's great. If you don't and you don't want to, that's awesome too. But to each their own. If you want to get something done, great. If you don't, great. I am for whatever is going to make you happy and feel your best, okay? So let's kind of go. I have a couple common asked questions that were on my Instagram on why I wanted to get an augmentation. Sticky notes are my best friend. So I got my little sticky, and let's go into a little bit. So first I want to talk about my current size. I am currently a 34B in my off season. You guys know I am a bikini competitor, so when I am dieting down, I'm a little bit lower body fat percentage. I believe I'm like a 32A or double A. This is what I'm working with right now. This is my off season body. You guys can see what I'm looking like. I didn't want to put on like a bikini top showing off anything. I'm trying to be as professional about this as possible, and I'm not necessarily just getting it for purely vanity reasons. So that's what we're looking like right now. This is our starting point, okay? So let me go over a couple reasons why I'm wanting to get an augmentation. The first one being breasts are, it's something that the gym can't do for you. You can't grow boobs. I wish you could. You can grow biceps and you can grow shoulders and glutes, but your breast is something that you can't change. And I've always felt like my breasts sit a little bit lower and that they're flatter. I have a very wide upper body, so whenever I get lean, you literally just see bones, and ribs and stuff, and I don't like it. Even now, like I am at a healthier body weight, and I still feel like my chest is very bony and prominent, and when I diet down for competitions, I'm so lean and so flat that you can literally see chest veins and you can see like pec separation, and I don't like it. I am wanting to compete for the long run. I'm not getting my breasts just for competing. I will say that has been a factor that I've thought about. I'm just being 100% honest with you guys, but I'm not getting my breasts just for competing. But I will say, when I get lean for competitions, I have noticed more insecurities coming out with my breast. That's just probably me just being as real as possible. But I was wanting a fuller look, and I always have been kind of made fun of for my breasts. Even in high school, I've had lots of nicknames like bored and mosquito bites and just flat-chested. I was a gymnast growing up, so like having a flat chest wasn't necessarily a bad thing, but gymnasts are known for a flat chest, and like I fit that stereotype. So it was something that I've always just been a little bit insecure about, and I felt like there was nothing I could do with it. And every time I looked at my physique, like I loved what I saw. I loved the progress I saw of my glutes, my legs, and my upper body, and my breasts was just something I couldn't change until now. So the other reason why I wanted to get one now is I'm at a very great place with my body and my mindset. I love my body right now. I think my body's great. I think my boobs right now, they're great. I'm financially stable, and I have more time to recover. I have lots of friends and family members to take care of me. I work from home. This would be a great time for me to get a procedure done. I have Matt to take care of me. I have his family to take care of me. My mom's coming to take care of me, and everybody is very supportive of my decision too. And that's partially why I felt like now is the right time. And also, I've been saving for this since I was 19, and I'm now 23, so I can just, you know, pay for the surgery in full and not worry about it and like have to do like payments on the surgery. So that's my reasoning behind why. So let me go into my first consult. I did not film my first consult just simply because I wanted to feel out my surgeon, which I'll be honest, I just went to one consultation and I was like, I'm sold. Like, I feel comfortable. I will say, when you're looking for a surgeon, make sure you're looking for someone who's board certified. But my surgeon who's going to be doing my surgery, his name is Dr. Goldman. You can find him in Beechwood or Westlake in the Cleveland area. And he is not only board certified, but he is double board certified. So he's got credentials like crazy. He's also known for a rapid recovery technique, which that's something that I was very interested in because I'm wanting to get back into the gym as soon as possible. And he's one of few surgeons in the country that does it this way. It's very minimal trauma he tries to do, and he does charge a little bit more, but I always tell people, when you're looking to invest in your body, especially a surgery, you shouldn't be price shopping. That's probably the last time you want to like be balling on a budget. And I saw his quote was higher than other surgeons in the area, but with everything going on with breast implant illness, with how I've heard surgeons will push plastic surgery on young girls or just like kind of sell them on it, I loved Goldman. He was completely honest and blunt. He's like, breast implant illness, although it's not in scientific literature, you know, you do have the chance of your body rejecting the implant. He was completely honest. He's like, these aren't lifelong devices. You're going to have to get them done in the long run. He's like, there's pros and cons to saline versus silicone, all that. He was great. So I really felt comfortable with him, and that is who I decided to go with. So I'm going to talk about the type of breast implant that I'm going to get and kind of how I went upon choosing my size. Now, first things first, you do not get to like just go into the doctor and be like, I want 350 cc's. No, your doctor is going to look over your current breast tissue, your proportions, what your lifestyle is like, if you have any sort of asymmetry going on with your breast. They're going to look over all of that. So my surgeon suggested for what the look I was wanting, which is like a fuller look. I was wanting to just have fuller breasts, and I did want to have about a D cup. And right now I'm a B, so, and I'm about 5'7", so I'm pretty tall. I'm not like a short girl. And I have a wider rib cage. And he's like, yeah, I feel like that would look good on you. I saw his work previously and I saw what the CCs looked like on other women, but keep in mind different CCs, so it doesn't go by cup size, so you can't just be like, I want a D cup, and then be like, okay, I'll give you a D cup. It's not going to work that way. It works by CC, so you can get as little as, I think, like 100 cc's or like 500 cc's. It's just the amount of fluid that is in the capsule, in the actual implant. That's what cc's mean. So you could go in being like, oh, I want a D cup. That doesn't mean anything to your surgeon. They function off of cc's. So I had an idea of how many cc's that would be, just with all the research I've been doing into this. And I was assuming it was going to be anywhere between 300 to 400, and he hit it right out of the park. He looked over my breast. He noticed that I have a little bit of asymmetry, nothing too big. Asymmetry just means they might throw a bigger implant in the other breast compared to the other, but he didn't notice anything like that, and we agreed upon, I believe it was 350 to 410 or 420 cc's. So he's going to see, like, on surgery day, like this is totally normal for a surgeon to have like 3 different sizes out instead of just like one size and like trying to make it work in your body. But he has a range of sizes, and he's going to look like on surgery day which one looks like it's going to fit and look right, and that's the one they're going to stick with. So I have a feeling it's going to be like 380 or even like the higher one. But I always hear women, they're nervous about like the size, and it always, like, even when you do like the try-ons, it's going to look bigger, especially if you're going under the muscle. So where the implant actually sits, I'm going to have my implant be put into my body. That sounds weird. I'm going to have it put into my body underneath my breast and underneath the muscle. Now, there's other incisions that you can do. You can go through the nipple, you can go through subaxillary, which is your armpit, you could go through your belly button, but only saline implants can do that. But I'm going underneath the breast. I am doing silicone, and like I said, my CC ranges are going to be around the 350 to 420 mark, and we'll see what happens on surgery day on which one they implant me with. Why did that sound so weird? Okay, so I'm going to kind of go over the cost too. So I'm not going to go into like specific breakdowns until probably my next video log on this, but I will say the cost for a breast augmentation is going to be based upon your surgeon and your area of where you're living. So like a breast augmentation in LA is going to be more than Cleveland, Ohio, just simply due to demand. And same with like Miami versus like, I don't know, Virginia. It's probably going to be different. But I will say this is like hands down universal across the country is silicone is more than saline. And silicone also it has a longer lifetime, like a longer warranty versus silicone. So silicone is water-based, and it usually can last around 10 years versus silicone. Silicone is more of a gel-based, and it can last upwards of 20 years. And some women's implants last longer than that, but that's usually the warranty on that type of implant. For me, I went with silicone just based off of what my surgeon recommended for me, and I'm not going to argue with my surgeon. He's the professional, and I did my research too, and I personally agreed with silicone for myself as well. Okay, so last question I've been getting is, how long is your recovery going to be? Right now, I don't know. I will say, like I said, Dr. Goldman believes in rapid recovery, so he wants me up on my feet the same day of surgery, just doing some light walking. He said within the week you should be able to do some light cardio, and then around week 2 we'll assess and see like if you could do any sort of lower body movements. Now, it doesn't mean I'm going to be lifting super high intensity. I'm probably just going to ease my way into just some body weight, banded work. Chest work is going to be limited for at least I think 3 months. So I don't really ever train my chest too much, but I do train my shoulders a lot. But recovery is just dependent. Everybody's everybody's body recovers differently, and I'm going to really make sure that I'm taking a multivitamin, taking some collagen after, getting in enough protein, getting in enough calories to make sure my recovery goes as quick as possible. And I'm going into it with like a very nice, like, this is going to be an easy recovery, everything's going to be great. I'm going in with a positive mindset because I'm a little bit like of a woo-woo law of attraction girl, and I believe that if you go into a surgery saying everything's going to go fine and I'm going to feel great after, then everything will go fine and go great after. So guys, this is my first video log on the reason why I'm getting an augmentation, so I hope that you found it helpful. If you, like I said, if you have any questions in regards to this, I'm an open book, so it doesn't make me uncomfortable talking about this. And I think plastic surgery is becoming a little bit more accepted. I will say the hardest part of this was telling my parents, which that was a very uncomfortable conversation for me, was telling my parents, and gladly I'm happy that they are accepting of the fact that I'm wanting to pursue the surgery. And at the end of the day, I am a grown woman and I can decide to do what I want to do with my body. So also don't forget to hit subscribe and hit the notification bell, because my surgery date is going to be December 6th, so you might as well be along for the journey. And guys, I hope you all have a great day and found this video helpful. So share it with someone that is also thinking about possibly getting a breast augmentation, or just thinking about it in general, and maybe this could help them too. So guys, see you later.